What if I told you there was a distant land where people carry the ancient DNA of a mysterious human lineage, granting them extraordinary abilities? A place so incredibly diverse that despite having a population of just 7 million, its people speak over 800 different languages. Welcome to Papua New Guinea, a nation where pigs are considered sacred symbols of wealth and status, and where women hold the power to choose their own husbands. But here's something even more fascinating. In this unique society, a man's influence and prosperity are often measured by the number of beautiful women he has by his side. In today's video, we'll uncover 7 strange and mysterious things that exist only in Papua New Guinea, a place unlike any other, where women are more eager to find a husband than anywhere else in the world. Let's dive in. For most of the world, pigs have long been seen as nothing more than a source of food. But what if I told you there's a place where pigs are not just animals but sacred symbols of power and status? It may sound unbelievable, but in Papua New Guinea, pigs hold deep cultural and spiritual significance. Among many of the indigenous tribes, pigs are treated with immense reverence, sometimes even raised indoors and cared for as if they were part of the family, much like how Western households keep dogs or cats. Anthropologists studying these communities have found that pigs are more than just livestock. They represent wealth, influence, and prestige. In some tribes, a man's status is directly tied to the number of pigs he owns. Chiefs and warriors often adorn themselves with wild boar tusks, a mark of strength and leadership. But the cultural connection goes even deeper. Men in certain tribes apply a special blend of pig fat and local herbs to their faces, a practice believed to enhance bravery and create a protective shield against enemies. Pigs are also central to life's most important events in Papua New Guinea. Whether it's a wedding, a birth, or even a funeral, pigs play a crucial role in marking these milestones. In the Bena tribe, for instance, pigs serve as a form of currency. When a man wishes to marry, he must offer pigs to the bride's family as a symbol of respect and commitment. The number of pigs he presents reflects the bride's perceived beauty and value, with some grooms giving as many as 8 or more to prove their devotion. A unique matriarchal island where men live in fear. It may sound like something out of a legend, but on the Trobriand Islands, located in the Solomon Sea and partially part of Papua New Guinea, the roles of men and women are unlike anything seen elsewhere. Here, men live in fear during the annual harvest season, not because of nature's challenges but because of the island's women. On these islands, women hold ultimate control over society, including relationships. According to local beliefs, engaging in romantic pursuits during the harvest season ensures a bountiful crop. As a result, groups of women actively seek out their chosen men, compelling them to participate in traditional rituals without fear of judgment. If a man refuses a woman's advances, he is marked with a sign on his forehead, an unmistakable symbol of rejection that leads to ridicule from the entire village. To avoid such humiliation, many men take extreme precautions, staying indoors, traveling in pairs, or even going into hiding during this time. But the power of women in these islands extends far beyond courtship. A woman does not need anyone's permission to pursue a man, and if she decides she no longer wants to be married, she can end the relationship instantly. For a man to win back his wife, he must bring yams and valuable gifts to her home in an attempt to persuade her. However, if she refuses, there is nothing he can do. Her decision is final. Traditional wedding ceremonies do not exist here. Instead, if a woman is interested in a man, she expresses her choice by spending the night at his home. By morning, if she stays, their union is recognized by the community. To seal the relationship, the couple eats sweet potatoes together in front of the bride's mother, a simple yet profound gesture that confirms their marriage. This openness also extends to family structures and child rearing. If an unmarried woman becomes pregnant, her family fully supports her, and the community embraces the child as a blessing. Men are only expected to assist in raising the child, but they bear no long-term obligations, as binding men to relationships is not a cultural norm. Despite their progressive and open lifestyle, the people of the Trobriand Islands hold strong cultural boundaries. They do not accept relationships with outsiders, especially white foreigners, preserving their unique traditions and way of life. What do you think about this unusual society where women hold all the power? Would you be able to adapt to a culture like this? Let us know in the comments. The hidden superhuman abilities of Papua New Guineans. You might think you've heard it all, but did you know that the people of Papua New Guinea possess a unique genetic advantage? One that could be described as almost supernatural? Before I reveal this fascinating discovery, I have a small request. If you enjoy learning about extraordinary cultures and hidden wonders, take a moment to subscribe and turn on the notification bell. This helps us continue bringing you the most exciting and well-researched content. Deal? Now, let's get into it. Papua New Guinea is not just a land of breathtaking landscapes and diverse cultures. It also harbors an incredible genetic legacy unlike anywhere else in the world. Due to over 50,000 years of isolation, the people here carried traces of Denisovan DNA, a remnant of an ancient human species that vanished tens of thousands of years ago. A groundbreaking 2023 study published in Nature Communications revealed that Papua New Guineans carry up to 5% Denisovan DNA, more than double the amount found in other human populations, where it rarely exceeds 2%. But what does this mean? It means that their ancient ancestry has gifted them with extraordinary biological advantages that help them survive in some of the most challenging environments on Earth. These genetic adaptations vary by region. In the lowland areas, where tropical diseases are widespread, the presence of Denisovan genes has enhanced the immune system, making the people here more resistant to infections. Researchers have identified a specific protein called JB2, which is found in higher concentrations among Papua New Guineans, strengthening their immunity against tropical pathogens. Meanwhile, in the highland regions, where oxygen levels are low, the people have developed another unique adaptation: an increased red blood cell count. This allows them to thrive at extreme altitudes, where most outsiders would struggle with altitude sickness. This remarkable ability is particularly noticeable among the communities living near Mount Wilhelm, which rises over 8,000 feet above sea level. Although the Denisovans disappeared over 30,000 years ago, their genetic legacy remains deeply embedded in the people of Papua New Guinea, granting them extraordinary resilience. The land where a man's wealth is measured by his wives. Would you like to have multiple beautiful wives? In Papua New Guinea, marriage and relationships follow ancient customs that have shaped society for generations. In certain regions, particularly Bougainville, the largest island in the Solomon Islands and part of Papua New Guinea's autonomous areas, a man's wealth and influence are often determined by the number of wives he has. Here, having multiple wives isn't just about romance. It's about power, prosperity, and survival. A large family means more hands to work the land, raise pigs, cultivate crops, and manage the household. For many men, marrying multiple women is a practical strategy to secure a strong, stable, and self-sufficient community. According to a 2023 anthropological study on Oceania, this tradition is deeply rooted in local beliefs. In these societies, a man with multiple wives commands greater respect and holds a higher status within his tribe. His growing family becomes a symbol of strength, positioning him as a key figure in both social and economic affairs. However, this lifestyle isn't without its challenges. With multiple wives comes the inevitable competition for attention, affection, and influence. As a result, women in these societies have developed subtle ways to stand out, whether through their traditional attire, beauty rituals, or graceful and captivating dances performed during community festivals. For women in Bougainville, beauty is more than skin deep, it's a daily practice. During festivals, they dress in stunning outfits made from woven grass, straw, and natural ornaments, designed to highlight their allure. Meanwhile, the men also embrace tradition, wearing brightly colored dome-shaped hats to signify their social rank and authority. These gatherings serve as more than just celebrations. They are a time for courtship, competition, and cultural expression, where both men and women put their best selves forward. Papua New Guinea's hidden coffee treasure. A journey in every cup. When people think of the world's most exotic coffee, places like Ethiopia, Colombia, or Brazil usually come to mind. But nestled within the rugged highlands of Papua New Guinea, there exists a coffee so rich, fruity, and uniquely wild that it offers a sensory experience unlike any other. Unlike mass-produced coffee, Papua New Guinea's beans are hand-harvested in some of the most remote and challenging terrains. The country's volcanic soil, consistent rainfall, and high-altitude farms create the perfect environment for coffee cultivation. The result? A cup bursting with flavors reminiscent of dried berries, mango, and hints of dark chocolate. A colonial introduction, a native mastery. Coffee first arrived in Papua New Guinea in the late 19th century, introduced by British and German colonists who saw the region's potential. However, what makes Papua New Guinea's coffee stand out today is not its colonial roots, but the way the local farmers have perfected its cultivation. Many of the farms here are small, family-run operations, where beans are grown using traditional methods that have been passed down for generations. The flavors are incredibly complex, starting with a mild grape-like acidity before evolving into a lingering sweetness, similar to dried tropical fruit. The more you drink, the richer and more layered the flavors become, coating your palate with a delightful finish. Papua New Guinea, a land of festivals, language, and untamed beauty. Imagine a land where over 800 languages are spoken, where ancient traditions thrive, and where nature remains untouched by mass tourism. Papua New Guinea is unlike any other country on Earth, a place of rich cultural diversity, breathtaking landscapes, and vibrant festivals that bring its people together in a spectacle of music, dance, and storytelling. The Gift Festival, a celebration of culture and community. Each August, Papua New Guinea comes alive with the Gift Festival, where tribes gather to exchange gifts and showcase their unique dances and songs. Unlike structured performances, this festival is spontaneous and full of energy, hundreds of thousands of people dancing to different rhythms, filling the air with music, laughter, and celebration. Papua New Guinea, a land of festivals, language, and untamed beauty. Imagine a land where over 800 languages are spoken, where ancient traditions thrive, and where nature remains untouched by mass tourism. Papua New Guinea is unlike any other country on Earth, a place of rich cultural diversity, breathtaking landscapes, and vibrant festivals that bring its people together in a spectacle of music, dance, and storytelling. The Gift Festival, a celebration of culture and community. Each August, Papua New Guinea comes alive with the Gift Festival, where tribes gather to exchange gifts and showcase their unique dances and songs. Unlike structured performances, this festival is spontaneous and full of energy, hundreds of thousands of people dancing to different rhythms, filling the air with music, laughter, and celebration. Young women, adorned with feather jewelry and floral crowns, perform elegant dances that highlight their waists and arms. Young men, in contrast, display powerful and intense movements, symbolizing their strength and masculinity. A land of tribal traditions. 97% of Papua New Guinea's land is tribal land, where communities maintain their ancient traditions and strong bonds with nature. However, this diversity also presents challenges. Tribal disputes over land and resources can sometimes create tensions in rural areas. Yet, Papua New Guinea remains one of the world's most fascinating cultural landscapes, where people balance their tribal heritage with a shared national identity. An untouched paradise. Beyond its rich culture, Papua New Guinea boasts stunning landscapes, from the lush highlands to the pristine coral reefs. Unlike popular tourist destinations such as Fiji, Papua New Guinea is largely undiscovered, offering a raw, unfiltered experience for those who seek adventure. This country is more than just a paradise, it's a living tapestry of human history, language, and resilience, waiting to be explored. Papua New Guinea, a land of cultural and linguistic wonders. Papua New Guinea is a land of extraordinary diversity, where traditions remain strong, and language is a bridge between past and present. A nation of multilingualism. With over 800 languages spoken, Papua New Guinea holds the title of the most linguistically diverse country in the world, accounting for 12% of all languages on Earth. To foster unity, the country has 3 official languages. English, used in education, government, and business. Tok Pisin, a widely spoken Creole language that serves as a unifying lingua franca. Hiri Motu, a simplified form of the Motu language, used primarily in some coastal areas. Despite these official languages, for most Papua New Guineans, their indigenous language remains their true identity. Multilingualism is a necessity, with many people speaking 4 or 5 languages to communicate across different tribal and regional groups. This deep respect for cultural exchange allows communities to navigate both their own traditions and those of their neighbors, creating a unique tapestry of interconnected cultures. Challenges of diversity. However, this cultural richness also presents challenges. Tribal allegiances often remain stronger than national unity, especially in rural areas, where 82% of the population lives far from urban centers like Port Moresby, World Bank Report, 2024. In the mountainous highlands, traditional clan relationships can sometimes lead to long-standing disputes over land, resources, and historical conflicts. These disputes may temporarily disrupt community projects and access to education, highlighting the complex dynamics of unity in such a diverse nation. An untouched wonderland. Despite these challenges, Papua New Guinea remains an undiscovered paradise. Its lush landscapes, rolling foothills, and pristine coastal waters rival those of famous tourist destinations like Fiji. But unlike Fiji, Papua New Guinea is largely untouched by mainstream tourism, preserving its raw beauty and cultural authenticity. This country is more than a paradise. It is a living museum of human history and language, waiting to be explored. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let us know which country you'd like us to feature next. Click on the video appearing on your screen. You'll love the content. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next adventure.